Our hearts are with the people of New Orleans after the despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours. While this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated.
Tonight, President Biden condemning the deadly attack in New Orleans, offering his condolences to families of those killed and support to those injured. Here's what we know so far. At least 15 people are dead and more than 24 injured, including 2 police officers. The suspect has been identified as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar. He died following a gunfight with police. The attack is now being investigated as an act of terrorism. NBC's Tom Yamas has the latest on the investigation.
In the opening hours of the new year, terror on the streets of New Orleans. Cell phone video capturing the scene of bodies sprawled out along the city's famed Bourbon Street. The wounded being treated while still laying in the road.
We're dealing with EMS right now. Right now, we're working in a triage area.
Video courtesy of EarthCam showing police racing towards the carnage where a driver plowed his pickup truck into the crowds in the historic French Quarter. In this video, you can see the truck getting around a police cruiser, blocking the entrance to Bourbon, then racing through the street packed with revelers, killing as many as 15 and injuring dozens of others.
He was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did.
Police say the suspect started his attack at 3:15 a.m. local, first using his car as a weapon, mowing people down at high speed on the 3 blocks between Canal and Conti Streets before crashing into a crane. He died in a shootout with police. This video capturing the sounds of gunshots. 2 police officers were shot and injured.
The guy in the pickup truck just punched the gas and mowed over the barricade and hit a pedicab passengers. And there were just bodies and the screams. I mean, you can't think about, unhear that. It was chaos and very, very scary.
The FBI, the lead agency on the investigation, identified the suspect as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S. citizen from Texas, and they're still hunting additional potential co-conspirators.
We do not believe that Jabbar was solely responsible.
The FBI says Jabbar was driving a rented Ford pickup truck.
An ISIS flag was located on the trailer hitch of the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine the subject's potential associations and affiliations with terrorist organizations.
The FBI says also found in the truck weapons and an improvised explosive device, plus 2 IEDs found elsewhere in the French Quarter were rendered safe.
After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon local law enforcement. Law enforcement returned fire, and the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene.
According to Texas records, Jabbar had 2 misdemeanor charges in his past, one for theft and the other for driving with an invalid license. In a YouTube video posted 4 years ago, Jabbar identifies himself as a realtor and a Texas property manager.
I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston.
In the video, he says he spent 10 years in the military as a human resources and IT specialist. The U.S. Army confirmed he served in the regular Army and then the Army Reserves, saying Jabbar deployed to Afghanistan from February 2009 to January 2010 and ended his service at the rank of Staff Sergeant. President Biden today saying the FBI has been briefing him on the killer.
Mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill,
In New Orleans, Bourbon Street now an active crime scene with authorities searching for answers.
We need the public's help. We are asking if anybody has any interactions with Shamsuddin Jabbar in the last 72 hours that you contact us. The FBI is asking the public's help.
That was NBC's Tom Yamas reporting. Also tonight, a man was taken into custody outside of the suspect's home in Houston. It's not clear if he's connected to the attack in any way. Meanwhile, the Sugar Bowl has been postponed until tomorrow. The game between Georgia and Notre Dame was set to take place in New Orleans tonight at the Caesars Superdome, but it was pushed back following the attack. A University of Georgia student was critically injured in the attack. While some fans are still planning to attend, others are choosing to head home.
There were dozens of people with Georgia stuff on that were checking out. And I didn't get a chance to talk to any of them, but my guess is that a lot of them have decided just to head home.
A tragic situation, so really puts a sobering face on what should be a great celebration.
Now, officials say extra security measures will be in place for tomorrow's game. First kick is set for 3 o'clock Central.